Hello. This this time around for my language contact presentation for the month of March and April, I chose a variety of different programming and types of music and such. Some things I looked into were Telemundo. I was up late one night and I was watching some paid programming that was on, and it was interesting to see the differences and similarities between English and Spanish um, programming like that and the different products that they try to sell you. I also did Triple A, which is a pro wrestling program on Telemundo, I believe. I also did a genre of music, and I listened to a variety of different artists that make up reggaeton. So, para programa pagada, or pagado, which means paid programming, these are some of the terms I found most interesting while watching it. Máquina gigante means giant machine. Contenidos de grasa means contents of fat. Nutricionista de deportes means nutritionist of sports. Pasa más tiempo con la familia, which means you spend more time with your family if you have these products. Libro de recetas means book of recipes. It was interesting to see the ways they like the similar styles in which they try to sell you some of their products, like, oh, just because this product's going to be so great, you're going to spend so much time with your family, you must buy it, and here's for the next 20 minutes it's going to sell for $19.99 kind of thing. It was interesting because it's very similar to the way Americans do it, and the similarities in foods that they were cooking with the product to try and sell you it. So I thought that was rather interesting. Telemundo is like Univision. I believe it's a little bit smaller. It has a variety of different programming, just like Univision. Just as well, they have their own subdivisions and whatnot and their own programming. And some of the phrases I found, or phrases or words that I found while watching some of their programming, was interesting. De nuevo mi pelo, which means my new hairstyle. Deportes, which means the sports. Tu canal, which means your channel. Entretenimiento, which means entertainment. The variety of entertainment in this channel is very interesting. Just like the Americans have like the competition, The Voice, they also have a competition called The Voice, but it's for kids. And it's interesting to see all the different artists that were in that programming, as well as the programming Deportes, mostly on Hispanic channels. They show nothing, or from my own personal experience, I've seen they have a huge focus on soccer. Soccer is a big thing in Hispanic culture. It's probably the most watched in Hispanic culture in comparison to Americans, which they watch like American football. That's more popular here versus outside the United States, where soccer is the most watched sport. So that was interesting. The next thing I researched was Triple A, Lucha Libre Worldwide, which means Lucha Libre, which means is wrestling. Triple A is a company that promotes wrestling. Some of the phrases I saw were Preocúpate por nosotros, which means should worry about us. Tras la pausa, which means we'll be right back after the break. Más adelante, which means there's more to come. Rey de Reyes means King of Kings. Sin límite, which means no limit. So it was interesting to see. It's like a I would say like a telenovela, like a drama, a soap opera, if you would say. The variety of storylines that go on within pro wrestling is interesting, especially with the different variety of characters that they have. I know in AAA they have this one character that is American, and he's like a Trump supporter, and it's interesting to see like all the hate that character gets and compare, especially for like what's going on right now in America and our like choices of president. And it's interesting that that company would like use that character to promote to like I don't know, it's called getting heat or getting like booed at, especially now that we're like trying to get a president. So I thought that was rather interesting. And yeah, it's interesting to see all these variety of characters within wrestling. They're like over exaggerations of what the person is actually is, which is cool. And last but not least, for reggaeton, I researched a variety of different artists. I could not pick one. Reggaeton is a different type of music in comparison to cumbia or corridos, because the lyrics are rather different. It's reggaeton is more sexualized, I would say, and in its lyrics, it's very like I had to like be careful what I chose. I didn't want to go over the top in some of the lyrics because they can get racy. For some of the songs and some of the artists that I research are one I just researched Don Omar. La mano arriba means the hands up, hands up. No me importa si es casada, which for Pitbull song Taxi, which means it doesn't matter if she's married. Like that was interesting. Que si una vez, perdóname, la factoría. It's a very different type of reggaeton song. It's very slow, but it talks about how like you need to like be forgiven for all the stuff that's happened before. So yeah. And then the last song that I saw or found interesting was Dame Más Gasolina, which means in Give Me More Gas, and it's by Daddy Yankee. Which I mean, it's interesting to see like lyrics and songs means a different thing in Hispanic culture in comparison to English culture, because not all the time does the lyrics mean the same thing in English. It's very interesting, and especially like since reggaeton is a certain type of dance that's I don't know a lot of motion, a lot of yeah, it's very interesting. I would recommend you check it out. As far as my presentation goes, that'd be it. Thank you.